The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Boracay remains in celebration mode for the Love Boracay 2022. Let's get the latest from Laila Pangilinan. She's reporting to us live from Boracay. Laila, good morning. Can you tell us the current situation there on the island?
Good morning, Riza. Last night's Love Boracay 2022 Music and Arts Festival literally fired up. This after hundreds of visitors witnessed the performance of actress and fire dancer Rachel Obanco. As expected, good music filled the festivity, while food and booze stalls were also plenty. Non-alcoholic drinks were also offered to kids and guests who just want to enjoy the night sober. For the last day of Love Boracay 2022, other activities include Zumba by the beach and a cleanup drive. Visitors and locals participated in the dance session, which was initiated by the Boracay Interagency Task Force and the Regional Labor Department. After the party last night, volunteers also cleaned the shoreline. Members of the Boracay Association of Scuba Diving Shops were in charge of cleaning the nearby shore. They say that this is their way of giving back to nature's blessings. Dubbed as Scuba Sureros, they have collected bags of face masks underwater. With this, they are urging visitors and locals to do their part in keeping the island clean. Riza, another round of Love Boracay 2022 Music and Arts Fest will be happening tonight for the last day of Love Boracay here in the island. That's the latest here, Riza. Back to you.
Thank you and enjoy the island. That's Laila Pangilinan reporting live from Boracay. Meanwhile, some passengers are now experiencing delays in their flights due to an increased demand for travel. Shaila Francisco tells us more.
Long queues at the arrival area, non-stop arrival and departure of passengers at airport terminals. This is now the situation in NAIA as demand continues to increase due to more relaxed COVID-19 restrictions. Data from the Manila International Airport Authority showed that 1.5 million passengers arrived and departed from terminals from April 1 to 27, close to its pre-pandemic level. Since Easter Sunday, domestic passengers have ballooned to around 60 to 67,000 daily. In some days, it even exceeds pre-pandemic levels. International passengers, meanwhile, are consistently at 19 to 24,000 daily. With this increased demand comes air traffic congestion. City Planner Paulo Alcazaran posted on social media narrating how he and his co-passengers waited for 2 hours at the plane on the tarmac. Janice also experienced it last week when they went to Iloilo. She and her companions waiting for 1.5 hours before the plane took off.
Instead na makapag-less sana kami ng bayad sa pamasahe pa kasi malayo pa yung Antique mula sa Iloilo, 2.5 hour pa yung biyahe. So instead na sasakay sana kami ng van para makarating kaagad doon, nag-rent ng taxi.
The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, or CAAP, explains that carriers have increased their flights to meet the demand. Philippine Airlines, for one, said they are now operating at 60 to 80% of their international and domestic flights. AirAsia, meanwhile, says they are gradually increasing flights as necessary. CAAP says major airports such as NAIA, Cebu, Mactan, and Clark are the only ones experiencing congestion. Spokesman Eric Apolonio said these airports can only accommodate up to 40 flights per hour. Anything over that will cause flight delays. Apolonio also said that the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. operation hours of provincial airports also contribute to the congestion. To fix this, night-rated airports are being maximized.
Kaya nagkakaroon ng traffic congestion sa area because nasisiksik lahat yung flight between the time. Now na mayroon na tayong night-rated airport, it only means na ma-reschedule yung class up ng flights.
CAAP and the airlines assured that their manpower is enough to handle the increasing demand. Some airlines have also recruited back cabin crew and pilots who were sidelined early on in the pandemic. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Adamson battles the winless University of the East in the UAAP men's basketball tournament this morning. Adamson, which started 4-0 in the second round, lost back-to-back against Ateneo and LaSalle. With this, they dropped to a 5-8 record in the 6th place behind the 4th placer FEU and NU. On the other hand, UE remained winless in 13 games. Currently, UE is leading at 10 points, while Adamson has 7 points. Now, aside from Adamson and UE, more universities will face off for the men's basketball tournament. UST and FEU will clash at 12:30 this noon, while later at 4:30 in the afternoon, NU will try to defeat LaSalle to keep its postseason chances alive. Top teams, Ateneo and UP, will battle it out in the 7 p.m. match to cap off the 4-game build today. As Nigeria's power shortage problem is getting worse, one inventor is building solar lamp kits to help locals survive power cuts. More details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
Nigeria has experienced frequent power cuts for decades. Half of the population has no access to electricity at all, with those that do often going for days without a connection. Since April, the national grid has collapsed 3 times, leaving large parts of the country, including its capital Lagos, without electricity. Kano is one of the commercial hubs of northwestern Nigeria. Despite no formal training in engineering or any external investment, Musa Inuwa Adam has designed and built solar lamp kits that can be rented to local traders.
I started inventing of solar kit since 2014. If I know you are expert about of engineering, I am going to you to learn your knowledge.
Adam charges customers 100 naira a day, about 20 cents for each unit, which lasts approximately 12 hours, long enough to last between daylight hours. He then recharges the units using a self-made charging station. Business is thriving. Local entrepreneurs have come to depend on the electricity. Adam has now produced 73 rechargeable solar lamps, providing essential light to traders in his area. His ambition now is to provide solar electricity for a small village, employment opportunities to young people, and a boost to the local economy.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.